Good morning all. This is Tej Kumar, Assistant Professor of EC Department. Now let us see the another video lecture series on systems and classification. What is mean by system is a set of elements or functional blocks that are connected together to produce an output with response to the input signal. It processes input signal to produce output signal, example audio amplifier receiver. When the input signal is applied to the system which can produce the output signal. It is of continuous time system and discrete time system. Continuous time system can be represented by y of t. Discrete time system can be represented by y of n. CT and DT system, it operates on continuous time signal to produce the another continuous time signal is nothing but continuous time system. Y of t is equal to function of x of t. Discrete time system, it operates on the digital discrete time signal to produce another discrete time signal that is nothing but y of n is equal to n into x of n. It can be classified into linear and nonlinear systems, time-variant and invariant system, causal and non-causal system, static and dynamic system. Linear means if it obeys superposition theorem. Superposition theorem states that response of the system to the weighted sum of signals is equal to the corresponding weight of responses to the equal individual input signals. See, it can be represented by both discrete time as well as in continuous time. Function of a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t is equal to a into y1 of t plus b into y2 of t. Similarly for discrete time function. If it not obeys the superposition theorem, the system is said to be nonlinear system. Next one, time variant and invariant system. A system is said to be time invariant if the relationship between the input and output does not changes with time. That is, t of function of x of t minus t1 is equal to y of t minus t1. When both are equal means the system is said to be time invariant system. A system is said to be time variant if the relationship between the input and output changes with time. That is, t of x of t minus t1 should be not equal to y of t minus t1 means the system is said to be time variant system. Next one, causal and non-causal system. A system is said to be causal system if the response of the system depends on present input, past input, but does not depends upon future input and output. It can be represented by continuous time and discrete time. In case of discrete time, h of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0. A system is said to be non-causal system if the output of the system depends only on the future input and also on the present input, past input and output. Non-causal system means h of t should be not equal to 0 for t less than 0. Next one, static and dynamic system. Static system is also called as memoryless system. If the response of the system is present only on present input alone. That is nothing but a static system. These are the examples of static system. Dynamic system means a system is said to be memory or dynamic if the response of the system depends on the factors other than present input is nothing but dynamic system. These are the examples of dynamic system. If a system involves any differentiation or integration, then the system is called as dynamic system. Next one, linear and nonlinear system. First, which can obeys the superposition theorem means the system is said to be linear system. If it not obeys means the system is said to be nonlinear system. Function of a1 into x1 of t plus a2 into x2 of t, which is equal to a1 into y1 of t plus a2 into y2 of t. First, we can find out the y3 of t. Next, y3 dash of t. Function is nothing but sine function. Therefore, sine a plus b formula. Therefore, sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So, the both RHS should be not equal to LHS. The system is said to be non-linear system. Next one, time variant and invariant. Y of n is equal to x of n plus n into x of n plus 1. Y of n comma n1 is equal to x of n minus n1 plus n into x of n minus n1 plus 1. Therefore, y of n minus n1 means wherever the n represents, you can completely replace by n minus n1. So, y of n comma n1 should be not equal to y of n minus n1. The system is said to be time variant system. Next one, y of n is equal to a into x of n plus b. Therefore, wherever the x function can be replaced by minus n1. Therefore, a into x of n minus n1 plus b. Y of n minus n1 means wherever the function x, the n function, it can be replaced by n minus n1. Therefore, a into x of n minus n1 plus b. Therefore, both are equal. The system is said to be time invariant system. Next one, causal and non-causal system. Y of t is equal to 10 into x of t plus 5. So instead of t, you can put it as your minus 1, 0, 1. Therefore, 10 into x of minus 1, we can get x function also minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So output depends upon present input. The system is said to be causal system. Similarly for non-causal, y of minus 1, x of 9 plus x square of minus 1, y of 0 is equal to x of 10 plus x square of 0, y of 1 is equal to x of 11 plus x square of 1. So the output depends upon future input. The system is said to be non-causal system. Next one, static and dynamic system. Same method to be followed for static and dynamic. Y of minus 1 is equal to cos of x of minus 1, 0 for x of 0, 1 for x of 1. Output depends upon present input. The system is said to be static system. Y of n is equal to x of 2n. Instead of y of minus 1 is equal to x of 2 into minus 1 minus 2. Y of 0 x of 0. Y of 1 x of 2. Therefore, y of 1 x of 2 output depends upon future input. The system is said to be dynamic system. Next one, we can see the assessment. If the system is said to be linear if it obeys superposition theorem. Define system and list the classification of the system. A system is a set of elements or functional blocks that are connected together to produce an output with response to the input signal. Example, audio amplifier, receiver. It can be classified into linear and non-linear system, time variant and invariant system, causal and non-causal system, static and dynamic system. Relationship between input and output does not changes with time is known as time invariant system. If the response of the system depends on the factors other than the present input is also called as non-causal system. If the response of the system depends on future input also on the present input, past input and past output is called as dynamic system. Static system is also called as memoryless system. Thank you.